Hello, everyone. Hope you're having yourselves a wonderful Monday afternoon for those of you in the States. For the rest of you, wherever you might be, hope you're having a good start to your week. Excuse me. My voice is, this is the first time I'm talking today, and I have been doing a lot of talking this weekend. So it's taking a little bit for my voice to wake back up. Hi, my name is Shadow Temple. As far as the internet knows, you might know me as the guy who plays Pierce for the Aphmau channel. This past weekend, I was over in Milwaukee for the Midwest Gaming Classic, where myself, Keston, and Corinne, who plays Zane and Kim respectively, all hung out for the weekend and had a wonderful time meeting a bunch of fans and saying hi and doing all kinds of fun stuff. And I also played a lot of Minecraft with fans too. We had a system in place on the convention floor where I, along with Keston, challenged people to beat us at like a build challenge in Minecraft. And if you managed to do so, you got a free prize from our booth. And we had a great time with that. Let me just say, that was a really fun time. Thank you to everybody who came out for that. Really happy with how it turned out. Everyone was super cool, super fun. And we will be coming back to Milwaukee most likely once again in the future. However, because I was doing that all weekend, and I was doing like announcing, I was like, let's get right at a Minecraft build kind of energy, right? As you can hear, my voice is trash. It had been absolutely throttled out there. So it's gonna take a minute for my throat to wake up. I just wanted to warn you guys in advance as we get started here. But it will come back. It always does. In fact, I will be recording later this afternoon, so I'm using this stream in a sort of backwards way to try and warm up my voice again, so that when I start recording with the Aphmau crew again today, that I sound a little less like I've aged 20 years. But so yeah, welcome friends. If this is your first time with this particular stream series, what we've been doing here is I've been building this Aphmau puzzle. You can see right here, this is actually the very same puzzle we've been working on for 7 days. Not 7 days straight, just 7 streams. And this is the puzzle right here. We got this core 4 right here on here. It's very fun. And I've been slowly assembling this puzzle, and emphasis on slow, while talking to you guys about all sorts of stuff. Mostly, of course, people having questions about Aphmau things. I'm happy to answer the ones that I can, and I'm happy to not answer the ones I can't. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well today. And if it's your first time here at the stream, welcome. Hi, how you doing? Playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu right now. Heck yeah. That sounds like a really powerful crew right there, Metal Sonic. A little bit of trading sounds like is ahead in your schedule there. We got so many people coming and saying hi. That's awesome. As we're getting started here, by the way, friends, if you would like to help out the stream here, it would really mean a lot to me if you were to hit that like button. That'll indicate to YouTube that, hey, I'm live and people want to watch this. In which case, then they will send more people here to watch this. And it would be really cool to have you here. So, yeah. Am I pro at puzzles? No. No. I'm not a pro at puzzles by any stretch of the imagination. But I do enjoy them. I think it is a very nice, like, I don't know if have you ever just sat in a room and you just, like, worked on a puzzle all day and, like, you had your favorite music or TV show on in the background and you just had a chance to relax a little bit and just kind of let yourself just be at peace with the world. It is a nice experience, a nice feeling. One that I don't give myself very many opportunities to do, in the because I'm like, well, I could be doing literally anything else. But when you do get the chance, it's pretty nice. You know how my season 7, because season 7 of my stream, maybe just maybe, Minor Demons. What's the best way to put this? Your guess literally is as good as mine. I have no public or private information about the continued existence of Minor Demons. all I could say with it, I'm, and this is purely speculative, is, if My Street Season 7 does gangbusters when it comes out and everybody loves it and they're super excited that it's there, why wouldn't they do more role plays again, right? Why wouldn't they do more role plays if everybody comes out and is super heckin' pumped for My Street Season 7, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I have no information. None. Nada. Zilch. Zippo. If I see this clipped later and they're like, oh my God, he said that Season 2's coming out of my... No. Just that, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? If it does so well, why wouldn't they? It's the end of My Street, so they can't do more of that. So the only other answer's got to be that they do something else. Like Minor Deeds. Just saying. It's only math. It's math. Does this fit right here? Anyway, yeah, that's how this is going. Is you ask a question, or I'll grab questions from chat as I work along this, and then you are free to ask as I go. You just put the border together first. Yeah, we got almost all of the border here. The only thing we're missing is the top sky, but I'm not going to really focus on the sky until I work the bottom anyway, so I figure I can just handle that when I get up there. But the rest of the frame is done, which is why I think things are going pretty well for this. If you're any animal, which one would I be? A tortoise. Those guys live for over 100 years, and they seem pretty chill. Just be able to eat leaves all day. What do you think of the Minecraft movie? I thought it was a bad movie that I really loved. Can you get a shout out for your favorite character in the Aphmau channel? Hi, Glocksbox. How you doing? When is My Street Season 7 coming out? End of the year. You have a question? It's like a whole season. Yeah. Last I heard, he was still recovering from his throat surgery. Took 4 days to build this. Sure. What mods do you and gang pick each other up and use mobs up in Aph's videos? I can't divulge information about stuff like that, but it is, as you surmised, a mod. And it is, to the best of my knowledge, that one is like a public mod. You just have to go do some digging. Rip Aphmau's face. He's so small. He's just this little guy right here. You excited for the Minecraft movie? I already saw it. I know exactly what's in it. Yes, Duo Gamer. I was the one who liked that comment because I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Not necessarily so like powerful and relevant that I needed to love it, quote unquote, so that it stays at the top of the video, but enough that I liked it. So yeah, there you go. If that helps you. I rarely heart comments on like YouTube videos just because, like, I don't know. I'd rather spread the love evenly when it comes to comments as opposed to like be like, this one was the best one, if that makes sense. You saw the Minecraft movie? I also saw Aphmau the Minecraft movie. Yeah. So once again, friends, this past weekend I had Keston and Corinne, Zane and Kim, respectively, here to do a con. Had a wonderful time with that. And while they were here, we also went and saw the Minecraft movie together. We saw it Friday night. Mixed opinions, I would say. I would say not everyone was super pumped necessarily about the movie coming out of it. But as somebody who is, most of his comedy is silly bits and gaffes and stuff, I thought it was very funny. I genuinely had a good time with it. Do I know the Owl House? I do. It's good. I like it. Imagine it appears Chicken Jockey voice. Chicken Jockey. Seeing a giant sheep? Oh yeah, he would die. He would die right on the spot. Would I recommend seeing the new Minecraft movie? This is gonna be a little crazy. I recommend that you go see the Minecraft movie in theaters. I don't recommend watching it at home. Because the movie, again, is not incredible, but it is maybe the most fun I've had in a theater in a while. It was on like the levels of audience participation in the weirdest ways was extremely funny to me. And like that, for that reason, maybe I'll see it again, but I would almost want to go see it in the theater again before I watch it like on streaming or something like that. It was just a very strange communal experience, and I really thought it was so goofy. Do you like to prank IRL? Absolutely not. No, I really don't like pranking people IRL. A big piece of it is that, like, in real life, I'm a real people pleaser. I like when people are happy. I don't like people when people are sad. And I think there are some pranks you can pull where you can walk that fine line between something being funny for not only the people pranking, but also the people getting pranked. But the ability to pull off pranks like that are very slim, and very few people know how to actually do it. And many more people are pranking when they absolutely shouldn't be. And so as a result, I generally do not like pranks too much. But Pierce doesn't know better. He doesn't think about people before he prank. It's also why he loses, guys. What was the saddest Aphmau I had to play in? Aphmau video I had to play in? I mean, in recent memory, we did that Poppy Playtime video, where we're like in the factory and everything, and everyone was dying, and everyone, like the kids were dying, the cast was dying. Pierce got split in half, and then woke up in a test tube and was like, and then he got mulched into goo. Very Mass Effect, very gross. It's probably maybe the saddest one I did recently. Where is that about in the Minecraft movie? Without spoiling, I mean, the scene isn't very spoilery, but maybe the first 15 minutes of the movie, she and a bunch of other Minecrafters are doing a Storage Wars-esque, like, purchase of abandoned property in a storage locker. And Jason Momoa, who's, if you don't know that guy's name, is the guy with the pink jacket and the long hair. He is trying to out-auction everybody else at the auction, and Aphmau and a bunch of other Minecrafters are really mad at him for wasting all of their time. That's where he is. Why do you keep getting split in half? I don't know. It's Aaron? Yeah, hi, Aaron. You and Chris, best friends IRL? We used to hang out quite a bit back in like 2020, and even then that was virtually. But he moved a couple of years ago, and we haven't had really a chance to hang out very much as of late. But yeah, I mean he's a good friend. What do you do with this puzzle after I'm done with the puzzle? Ooh, good question. I might try to frame it. I'm never good at that, but I might try to, because it's cute. Most likely, I'm going to just mulch it and put it back in the box, and I'll do it again. Don't you decide if it gets split in half? What? I'm going to say it right now. I don't think anybody in the history of humanity ever got to decide whether or not they were going to be split in half by something or someone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody's like, yeah, cut me in half, baby. I mean, I don't know you, but I can't imagine a world where someone would be like super heckin' pumped that they get to be bisected. As for, me getting cut in half, it's acting. I promise you, I didn't really get cut in half. It's okay. It's just a game. It's a lot of puzzle pieces. It is exactly 1,000, in fact. Who is my favorite Aphmau character? Myself. Sorry. You said don't say yourself, but I said myself. If you could be a Minecraft mob, it would be Dolphin. They seem like they have a really fun time. I recognized her face. Yeah. She was there. Do you like cats or dogs better? I think dogs, slightly. They're just more engaged in my world. And while I don't always have time to engage them, which I feel bad about, I do like how happy and excited and supportive they are. Cats usually just kind of merely exist alongside you. You know what I mean? And that's fine. If somebody doesn't want like a super engaged pet, that's cool. That's reasonable. It's a lot of work, but I do prefer Do prefer dogs. Will I be at VidCon this year? I'm putting my odds at maybe 70%. I'm almost certain that Aphmau is going to be at VidCon, but I don't know if any else are going to be at VidCon yet. We haven't heard. I've asked a couple of times, but I haven't heard. So we'll see. We'll see. I think this is gonna be weird, but I think I found the exact top of Aphmau's knee. So I'll put it over here for safekeeping for future stuff. Had to use semantics on the dude. It's true. It's true. I don't know. I don't like picking like faves. You know what I mean? Because it's in the same realm of like, people ask me like, oh, who do you ship me with? And it's like I work with these people. At 3 o'clock today, so in an hour and 15 minutes, I'm gonna go and record with the Aphmau crew. And I don't want to be like, yeah, nah, this person's great. This person's a piece of trash. And then be like, hey, guys, ready for a day of work today? Let's get started. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Pierce versus Zane in puzzle solving contest. Who do you think wins? Zane would get the most of the puzzle done, but Pierce would win because Zane wouldn't think about Pierce eating his puzzle pieces. Zane would get very close only to realize that, yeah, that Pierce ate at least one or two of his pieces, and Pierce would eventually get his done by comparison. That's exactly how it would go. I don't know what to tell you. That is precisely how it would work out. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking at a particular piece that has a very distinct little line here. I'm seeing if it would connect to this well. There's like a section somewhere where there's grass, color or green color in 3 different directions, and I'm trying to figure out where that might be. It would almost have to be like right hereabouts. And it is! Fantastic. How about Zeldathon? What? Favorite people at Zeldathon? Same problem. I'm going to tell you that right now. Marissa. There. Too bad. Your birthday's on July 26th? Oh, boy. I don't even know what I'm doing April 26th yet. There's a pretty good chance I'll stream on July 26th if I had to guess. Just know that, however, that it would be over on my Twitch channel and not my YouTube channel. But hey, you never know. You never know. You can get sticky puzzle backing at Walmart. True. Yeah, no, I've seen that before, Lilia. It's a fair point. What was it like acting Minor Demons? It was my first ever paid voice acting role, and I had a very fun time with it. It was a mysterious new world because I never done. I'd done some voice acting before, but it was free fan projects and things like that, which is how a lot of voice actors start these days. But I also didn't realize that Minecraft roleplays were a thing. I had played plenty of Minecraft in my day, no doubt. But I didn't know that it was like still kicking, that it was still that popular of a game at the time. Now I obviously know. But I had played a lot of Minecraft back in like 2012, not 2019 when I joined the team. My favorite color, turquoise. I think would be a good play there. I really do like the bluish greens. Those are some of my favorites. Who would suck at driving, Ian or Pierce? Both. They like dogs because Aphmau loves cats. I mean, cats are fine. They're just very passive creatures when it comes to loving you. I cuddled with my dog last night, and it was lovely. And I've never met a cat that would do that for like more than 5 minutes. Do I know Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic? Yeah, I've played a couple games with Shadow in it. Danny's Worldwide fan watching this. Do you like voicing Aphmau videos? I do. Yeah, that's exactly right there, GameBlock. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm behind on chat, but I figure this is a good way to catch up. Is just kind of scrolling along this. Would I rather be dead or alive? Alive, thank you. Can't move VidCon, but you're broke. Well, I'll tell you right now. So we had a great time this weekend. Again, over at the Midwest Gaming Classic here in Milwaukee. the three of us especially, but of course more in addition to that, would love to come to more conventions. If you have a convention in your area, most likely in the US of A, sorry in advance to all our international friends, but if you have a convention somewhere in the United States that you think would be good for us to be at, email your favorite convention and tell them, hey, these Aphmau kids or these Aphmau actors would be a great fit for your con, and you can send them my email. It's contact@shadowtemple.com, and we would absolutely go. The trick is, however, is that we don't have money. And so, in a perfect world, we'd go to every convention and we run around, we have a wonderful time, and we would meet everyone all over the place and have a really, really cool time that way. However, conventions, as you are surmising as well, cost a decent bit of money to go to. And so we would need our way paid for and hotel and stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, don't tell us where you live, by the way. But yeah, feel free to email your favorite convention. If you have a convention near you, they absolutely have a website, and that website absolutely has an email address somewhere. And they love hearing about suggestions for new attendees. So that would be a good idea. Can I do the Minor Demon's voice? Let me drink a sip of tea first, because as you can hear, there's a lot of grit in my voice right now. It's from gargling all the gravel that I had to do in order to get this voice. Don't do that, please. That's an old joke. As an old Shadow Temple joke, and I think it's still very funny, but also I don't want to be like, I don't want some parent being like, you told my kid to gargle gravel? You're like, well, yeah, because they thought it was funny. No. No, it's because I talked for like 12 hours straight yesterday. Yes. Oh, man. See, the problem is I don't have access to my lower register right now very well because of all the abuse I did to it over the weekend. So it's taking a little bit for it to kind of bounce back here. It'll be back, though. It always comes back. What's the email? It's again, contact, CONTACT, at shadowtemple.com. And that's without an underscore, actually. Just to be clear, there's no underscore on the shadowtemple.com because the internet is mean and won't let me use underscores in places that I want to. But yeah, it's good. You live in the Baltics. That would be a little bit tougher. We would have, or Aphmau, I think, would have to get a lot bigger before we start traveling off continent, essentially. I would love to. I would absolutely love to someday. Aphmau herself, though, I think would have to be into doing international travel. And so far, she has not, it doesn't seem like she's had much interest in doing any other conventions other than VidCon right now, much less traveling very far past that. So, yeah. Do you have a Discord? Yeah. I'm not sure if it's on my YouTube bio, but it's on my Twitch bio. If you want to go check that out over there. I think it's also on my Twitter X account, yada yada. If you want to look for that there too. So I'm trying to get the framing of this like Minecraft-esque chunk that they're all sitting on. I think I've just about got it here. Yeah. Look at that. So there's this little edge right here at the bottom of this. Thank you, Hop, for finding it so I didn't have to go to X, the everything app. Aphmau, Zane, Pierce, Ian, and Kim. Who would win a race? Aphmau. She's just the best Minecrafter. I don't know what to tell you. The Alaska State Fair. Ooh. That'd be fun. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know if state fairs are have the interest to try to invite well, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I don't think they'd have the money for Aphmau, but they might have the money for us. In that we are cheaper hires. Let's go ahead. Oh, this might be maybe Aphmau's hand. I bet you this is Aphmau's hand up here. So I'm just going to keep kind of classifying these as we go along. This is her other hand over here, but it is not the hand that I just found. So let's go ahead and move this over this way. Really what I'm in right now is just hunting mode for pieces that have very recognizable shapes, identifying where those shapes definitely belong, and going from there. And so far it's been going okay. So far it's been going all right. I think this goes like this. Yeah, everybody's, how's everybody's Monday? Everybody doing good? Or Tuesday, depending on where you're at. Do I remember Minor Demons? Yeah. I'm old, but I'm not senile. Yeah, it only came out, what, 6 years ago? Which is a long time. Don't get me wrong. 6 years is a decent amount. But yeah, no, I remember it. It was pretty fun. Do you think other YouTubers are copying Aphmau? Yeah, sure, probably. That's not an official declaration or like a specific accusation. But yeah, there are absolutely channels that are copying Aphmau. And really that is, I would just say, to be clear, absolutely just endemic on YouTube in general. Very few people are making genuinely new content, quote unquote. It is almost always someone finding something that trends well and then everybody trying to one-up them in some way, shape, or form. And that, I don't know. In a certain way, it is competition, which is nice because it means that it forces everyone to step up their game. All I ask of you out there, friends, and I admit I'm preaching to the choir, is if you do find an Aphmau impersonator, well, impersonators are one thing, but if you find an Aphmau copycat out there, my biggest request for you is not to, go into their comments section and be like, how dare you, this is Aphmau's video idea, you took it, you stole it, that's just KC in a trench coat, blah, blah, blah. Just don't do anything with it. Do not engage, do not watch their videos, do not comment on the videos, certainly do not like the videos. And when you're on your homepage of YouTube, you can actually hit the 3 dots next to a YouTube video, or I think you can hold down on it on a phone or a tablet, and just say, no longer interested in seeing these videos on my feed. And then they will go away. And then you will just have the Aphmau videos remaining. That's not to say that, like, yeah, and again, I'm not calling out specific channels, because I'll tell you, even if I found like an absolutely egregiously thieving channel, anytime I would call out one, number one, I don't like doing call outs on things, but number two, another one would spring up immediately within minutes of that one being like, aha, justice has been served, we've taken them out. Yeah, there would be another one within seconds. So it is a really big game of whack-a-mole. The only way to really kill them off, quote unquote, is to just make sure you don't watch them. Ignore them. That is the greatest insult you can commit to someone on the internet. More than anything else, more than trying to yell at them, more than trying to like get at them and stuff like that, is nothing. Don't touch it. Leave them shouting into their own void. It's the ultimate insult, friends, to be ignored. Does Aphmau have she has a furniture mod. There are at least a handful, I would imagine, but yeah, no, as you can plainly tell, we have the ability to make furniture that you wouldn't be able to make in regular vanilla Minecraft. It's good. The puzzle looks so good. It's a good puzzle, I'm going to say. The only thing I don't like about it is that the pieces are small, and since I have giant sausage fingers, it is difficult sometimes to put the pieces in. But yeah. Do I have TikTok? I do. I haven't been posting on it much lately. Most of the like short form vertical videos that I make, I've been getting up on YouTube here instead on this channel. But I do have one, and never say never. I might get back into posting on TikTok again. I don't know. The last couple of videos I posted on it didn't do extremely well, and then I was like, and I got lazy. Are Ian and I actual best friends in real life? No. My best friend in real life is my wife. I know that's a cliche, but she genuinely is. I love her so much. How's the convention? It was very good. We had a wonderful time. I actually just went over sales numbers too, because we were selling merch, and I lost money when I did the convention last year, but it was very fun. This year I did actually make money, which was nice, and we got to meet a lot of cool folks. We got to do a lot of neat things. Can you tell your name? Please do not. Don't share any personal information about yourself on the internet, friends, if you can help it, because any of that information can and will be used against you by people who you've never met, and that don't feel so good, do it? So don't give them that power over you, please, for me. Could be right here, and it is. But yeah, no, we played, we played Minecraft at the convention. We met oodles of fans. We got to, again, sell a bunch of cool stuff. What is it? We got to sell a whole bunch of great stuff. A lot of cool posters and things you could only get from us at conventions. Except we might be changing that up here coming up in a little bit. Like this poster right here is our top seller, which is this whole cast and crew of the Aphmau SMP from like circa 2020 to now. Yeah, we got that whole dang poster there, and we sold oodles of those, signed no less. That said, actually, friends, just a little bit of a sneak peek into the future. I am in talks with an organization that we'll probably be getting more stuff and more information about it soon. That will allow you guys to get signed, autographed things from me and maybe a handful of other Aphmau voice actors coming up here in a couple of weeks. Just saying, you don't even have to go to a convention to get those. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Can you give me a nickname or a new nickname, one you've never used? I mean, do you not like Glocksbox? That's the name that I see right there, so that's the name that I'm going to use for you. If you want that to be, if you want me to call you about something else, change your YouTube username. Aphmau does make a cameo in the Minecraft movie. Yeah, no, I saw her and everything. Hey, Pierce, what is my crush? My wife. My wife, Marissa, who's currently working upstairs just above my head. Not like just above my head. I'm in the basement. She's up on the first floor. But you know what I mean. Let's see. So I'm trying to kind of fill in the bottom here with all these browns that I have. And I got a lot of brown pieces. Trying to figure out where these remaining pieces go, because we've almost got this full continuous line all the way through. In fact, I'm only missing one piece here really for that. Where would a piece be that oh, you know what? This has got to be the edge of Ian's hair. In fact, I believe it goes right there. Am I in Washington? No. I'm in Wisconsin. Don't tell us where you live. Do not tell us where you live. But I live in Wisconsin. I can say it because I keep repping the fact that I think the city of Milwaukee is really cool, and it'd be really strange if I did that and also didn't explain why I thought Milwaukee was very cool. And I've accepted that my life will never be truly private because I've opened myself as an influencer, and that's just I can't escape it. There's still time for all of you to enjoy relative anonymity in your life. It is far too late for myself. Oh boy, this looks like... Oh boy, this kind of looks like the color of Aaron's shirt here, but Aaron's shirt's already done. So what other dark gray? It might be his hair. It could be his hair. I just see some creases in it that I thought maybe like would be. No, I bet you, it's got to be his hair up there. Is McDonald's fries the best fries? Yeah. Yeah. Probably. Of the easily accessible fries, yeah, I would say so. Marissa popping in. You have a crush on your wife? Psh, lame. If Pierce from Minor Demons actually got with Ava, what would have happened? Murdered by 4 other Demos boys. My favorite food, tacos. What do you think? Should Minor Demons have a season 2? I'd like one, yeah. His favorite color actually blue from Aphmau video. I really do like light blue. Yeah, no, this is a big favorite of mine. Organized pieces and color-coded pause. That's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just doing it very slow and inefficiently because I like finding pieces that have very identifiable sort of lines to them and going from there. I could probably do it in a little faster fashion, but I've committed to this, and that's how I'm rolling. That being said, I think it's time that we finish Ian's hair. I've got a lot of these dark blue kind of purpley pieces that I think we could use to get this done. I've just been kind of waiting for a good moment for it, and I think it is just time to get in there. It is just time to get in. Just got to figure out, because there's like a line on here that I don't expect. Did it go here? Doesn't feel quite right. My favorite fast food? Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell a lot. It's my favorite. I mean, people are fans of cities they've never been to. True. But Milwaukee would feel like a really specific choice. You know what I mean? Usually if people are like, oh, my favorite city is Tokyo. And you're like, sure. My favorite city is Paris, France. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, I get it. But if someone's like, yeah, I really love Cincinnati. Be like, all right, Mr. Cincinnati, slow down. You can hear my voice coming back, by the way. A combination of time, speaking, and tea starts to do that, thankfully, over time. I think I found the other side of Casey's ear, by the way. Look at that. Looky there. Wonderful stuff. There, okay. I found this. I found the piece that I thought I had, but it wasn't actually that piece. I think this piece goes right here. I'm pretty certain. And it do. It did, because I thought it would, and it did. Hooray for me. I'll put this piece here. Yeah, we're going to get this going. We're going to get this going. All kinds of good. Pierce is a villain. Sometimes switch it up. Oh yeah, I love when Pierce gets to be a villain. It is neat. Hello everybody coming in here. Hi, by the way. If this is your first time with this, hi, my name is Shadow Temple. I play the guy Pierce in Aphmau videos. I will actually be doing that in 45 minutes from now, so I will be stopping there. But I figured I'd have a little bit of time today, and I will not be streaming later tonight like I normally would on my Twitch channel. So I thought it'd be a good idea to pop some time in here and just hang out with some you fine folks before I had to go do some work today. So yeah, and I did some of my basic clerical work that I was trying to do, namely trying to I played banker at the Midwest Gaming Classic for all of our stuff that we sold throughout the weekend. So I wanted to divvy up all of everybody's money and send it appropriately, so it didn't seem like I was holding on to it. Not that I think anybody would have accused me of that, but I try to take stuff like that seriously. It's people's money. I don't want to take up too much of their time with that. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Maybe you don't. That's okay. That feels right. Yeah. No, that is where it's supposed to go. Let's see here. You were asking Pierce. Was what? Yeah. What's my favorite Aphmau show? The ones I'm in. Do you have a favorite board game? Ticket to Ride is something that I think I always go back to because it is such a chill game that I really enjoy. What happened if Leaf got with Ava? probably at least 2 or 3 dead Deimos. What happened to Noi? I don't know. How do you start a YouTube channel? You create a YouTube account, and then you put videos on it, and then you go from there. What games do you play not including Minecraft? This is honestly more for my core Twitch audience. I have been neck deep in Loop Hero recently, which is a little indie game that came out a couple years ago. It's very it tickles my brain in a way that I was looking for while waiting for Monster Train 2 and Slay the Spire 2 to come out. It's been fun. It's been neat. I've liked that a lot. Let's see here. If you could be sheep, would I, by the way, Minecraft? I mean, they seem like they have a good time, yeah. But no, I tend to enjoy games where I get to think. I don't like games where I have to just do all the time. I know that might sound boring to some of you, but I really like being able to sit down and kind of like challenge my way through something and then like feel very smart when I get things right. That's my kind of video game. That's the stuff that I enjoy. Ticket to Ride or a TTRPG of choice? Ooh, I love tabletop RPGs. I think they're super fun. I enjoy them immensely. I enjoy the quality of time that you get to spend with friends and do cool stuff with it. I do like Ticket to Ride because it is a wholly accessible game. You can teach someone how to play Ticket to Ride in a matter of like 5 minutes. Everyone instantly gets, because it's a very visual game, how quickly you can get in. It's just one of those things that, like, if I have an hour to spend with friends, for example, if I have an hour to spend with friends, I'm not going to try to rally up a tabletop one shot. You know what I mean? It's nice to have things where you can just get like, all right, these are casual people to roll in. Do we lose Avocado? Do we lose stream for a second? Also, friends, by the way, if you'd be so kind, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if this is your first time. Oh, did I just realize that? Oh no, I've had the Twitch chat up this whole time. Oh no. You silly such and suches. I did eventually notice because I was using that just chat screen last night when I was streaming. Yeah. What's that big creeper in the back? It's a refrigerator. I mean that genuinely. It actually is a refrigerator. Do I like sheep IRL? I think they're nice. I have not interacted with a ton of sheep in my real world, but I should definitely do a short like that someday. Let's see. I think this probably goes right here. Do it? It did not. It do not. Sometimes it do, but sometimes it really don't. That one do, though. Yeah, sorry, I don't friend people, by the way, just to say. The chat on the top right-hand corner was actually from my Twitch chat. And some layabouts, some reprobates thought it would be funny to keep chatting in that bad boy. Why does the stream look so empty now? Because it's a puzzle. And I don't know. I haven't yet figured out how to incorporate YouTube chat into into an OBS thing. Is that what you are? You know you are, Hub. You know you. You know who you are. Why is no one on videos anymore? I don't know. Telling shadow issues in chat, doesn't notice. Types avocado, instant fix. You're so right. You're so right. Avocado is, it's one of those signal words to me that of like, oh, that is the recovery word for my channel. So if that happens, then I know that something is going wrong, or has gone wrong, I should say. Hopefully, and also then recovering, but something broke, and I don't like when things break. Friends, were very close to getting Ian's hair done, which is nice. Can we see Bento? Maybe a little bit. But I do want to make a little bit more progress here. And let's be honest, once Bento gets in the stream, Nobody cares about a puzzle anymore. Least of all me. Because then I've got a puppy in my lap. What's my favorite animal? Penguins. Have you had the adult Minecraft Happy Meal? I have not had it yet. No, but I should go get one for content purposes. Yeah, I should definitely get that going. Absolutely. These are dots that I suppose are back up on the actual, like... So what I really need to start filling in is this, like, lip here of the grass underneath the picnic blanket here, because that could really start informing me where the picnic blanket begins and ends. Because I do want to start working on that, and I also want to work on the... Oh, excuse me. I would also like to begin working on the edge of the blanket so I can start working on cookies. Because there are a lot of cookie pieces here that I would love to start dispatching with, so I know exactly where all those end up. Would be nice. There can't be a lot of places that this could otherwise go. So I'm also finding all the rest of the grass pieces, because we're really close to getting all this grass done, which is pretty nice. Like that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Trying to get the sheep toy. I got a sheep over here. Here's sheep. Look at the boy. He's the big one. Look at that big fuzzy fella right there. What a cutie. I have the small one, but it is it's upstairs because I used it as a display piece at the convention this weekend. Ever played D&D before? Oh yeah, I've played quite a bit of D&D before. In fact, I'm part of a campaign right now. Never met a skunk? Yeah, I've met skunks. I don't like them very much, but I've met them. Where do you get the puzzle? Aphmau.com, which is the merch site for Aphmau stuff. What does my shirt say? This is an old shirt that, admittedly, I'm less enthused about the message of the shirt than I used to be. But it's a shirt from Mythbusters back in the day that has a world famous quote on it from Mythbusters, which is to say, "I reject your reality and substitute my own." At the time, it was a very funny quote because it's about a man named Adam Savage who's having such a lovely, wonderful time out there doing science, and he like has figured out how to turn a real car into a remote control car, and they're like doing they're doing like science and stuff, and he's like. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing this. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Ha 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 ha. But now we live in a world where everyone does that. You don't have to have a star-studded Discovery Channel show anymore to reject your reality and substitute your own instead. Unfortunately. Let's see. But it is a comfy shirt. And despite all the world that has changed around it, it's still he's still a delightful man. I actually do watch a lot of his videos to this day. Adam Savage is a pretty cool little creator out there on YouTube. How do you feel about Chris Escalante's tonsils? I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it. I hope he's doing all right for that. I ever played Call of Duty? I played up until the first Black Ops, and then I stopped playing Call of Duty. It's that sort of thing where I barely enjoyed playing online already, and then as I got older, I got worse at it, and then I was no longer interested. Lovely. Do you see the penny in the pile of puzzle pieces? Wow. The penny in the pile of puzzle pieces. That's a good, like, alliterative tongue twister. I like that. I do have a penny here because I just wanted to show people how small these puzzle pieces are. Most puzzles do not have pieces this small. You can see here, sitting on top of this penny, how small those pieces are. Sometime it could be a real prank or really explosive things. I know, it's fun to do both of those things, right? And keep doing things as you go. Do you remember my sheep song? I don't remember the words by heart, but I certainly do remember that I did it. Yeah. It's a cute song. It is a riff from a song from a really cool animated series that nobody watched, apparently, called Centaur World. And I highly recommend, if the legacy of me singing Where Does Mutton From, if there could be any legacy from it, is that I implore that I use all of the powers vested within me and my brand to implore people to go watch Centaur World on Netflix, because it's a very, very fun show, and not enough people watched it, and I want more people to watch it. God, I'm one piece away from finishing Ian's whole hair. Why can't I find it? Just one piece. The one piece, it's real, I think. Sorry, we heard that a lot this weekend. If you don't know, Corinne does voices for the One Piece English dub, and we had people just shouting along, "The One Piece is real." Does Pierce know where mutton comes from? He does not. He does not, and that's the joke. I'm doing well, Estella. Thank you for asking. I am. My voice is a little worn out. Plucky Squire's a cute game. Yeah, no, it's been on my list for sure. I've just been waiting for a quieter period, I think, to play it. Other game that's absolutely on my list, because we were talking about it the other day, like what games are on your list, Shadow? To a T is coming out in May, and I absolutely want to play that game. I don't know if you guys have been hearing about it. Is someone going to tell Pierce if where mutton comes from? No. Nobody wants to hurt Pierce like that. There's a classic Onion video from back in the day. The Onion, if you don't know, is a satirical like newspaper website, etc. in the States. There's a headline/video they did where it's like, scientists have managed to use sign language to teach a gorilla that someday it will die. It's like, who wants to do that, right? Who wants to enact that pain upon the world? 1 second, friends. I hear the doorbell ringing, so I'm gonna go check it out real quick. And I'm back. Pierce, can you tell me where mutton comes from? Do understand that I, the human being before you, known as Shadow Temple, absolutely knows where mutton comes from, just to be clear. It is a bit that Pierce does not know where mutton comes from, but me, the person speaking to you presently, absolutely knows where mutton comes from. Just to be clear, I told this story before, but the first VidCon I went to, we did this setup where we had a bunch of tables that fans could sit at, and then we as the cast ran around and said hello to everybody. And there was a little girl, probably like 8 or 9, who had a tablet on her, because I guess a detail that I forgot to mention is we're all dressed as our characters, right? VidCon's the only convention that we go as the characters instead of as ourselves, right? And so we were running around saying hi to people, being goofs, and this little girl insisted that she be the one to get Pierce to know that where mutton comes from. And I made it my goal to ensure she never got that chance. She even got a tablet out with Minecraft on it and blew up sheep repeatedly in my face, murdered scores of sheep. So that way, Pierce would see that mutton comes from sheep. And boy, did I infuriate her. I found every which way to miss the moment that sheep converts into mutton. And she never cried, but she definitely, she was definitely a little mad. By the time I left, but I'm not gonna and her parents, to be clear, by the way, her parents were with her and they thought it was hilarious. Before you're like, wow, Pierce being mean to a fan, no. Her parents thought it was the funniest thing that she kept trying to do this thing, and I found different and more creative ways to ignore that she what happened to those sheep. And they clearly they knew I was doing a bit. But she was not having it. She again took 20 minutes trying to do that. Programmer videos at 12:20 for why for that hour, for you it is 21:20. It's because we're US based, and I don't have all the information. But I do have my own demo information based on how people watch, based on the stuff that I put out for Aphmau stuff. Is there not? There's music playing. There might have been a break in between the songs, but there should be music playing in the background. Let me know if there isn't. Here in the U.S., she posts about. I'm gonna just straight tell you. Just around when kids are getting out of school during the day here in the United States, so that's why it releases the time when it does. Innovation. Yep, it's going. Do I actually play the game, or do you just do all the voices? I do both. I actually do play the game. Yeah, when I'm let's see here, at 3:00 today, my time. So it's I live in U.S. Central Time. It is now 2:28. At 2:55, I will have to stop this stream because I have to go into session to go and record with the rest of the crew. So yeah, no, I consider my job essentially to be a puppeteer. I drive that boy all around and I make him bob his head and do all that stuff while simultaneously doing silly voices. And that's just what it is. Man, by the way, we did, again, we were at the convention this past week, and something I thought was funny. I don't think I was particularly great at it this year. I didn't post a ton about the fact that we were going to be at the West Gaming Classic. But also, there's only so much you can do. Not that many people are following me relative to how many people watch the Aphmau channel in general, right? And so we were, we had our booth up, and we had it in a really nice place relative to where crowds were coming in. So you had a pretty good chance of spotting us throughout your con time. The number of people who we had a TV on with Minecraft stuff on it, right? And so Aphmau fans are pretty naturally attracted to things that are doing Minecraft, and not I would say maybe at least a dozen times, and I'm not kidding about this, about a dozen times we had kids who sat down, started playing a little bit of Minecraft, who had no idea why the Minecraft was there. They were just excited that it was there. And we'd engage them. a little bit and be like, hey, do you know why there's Minecraft here? And they're like, whatever. I'm playing Minecraft. Shut up, old man. And they'd be like, yeah, well, have you ever heard of the Aphmau Minecraft channel? And they're like, yeah, why? And I'd be like, yeah, we do the characters on there that we're the voice actors for it. And just the dumbfounded look on some of their faces of like, oh my God, you exist as a human being. That is not possible. Some people that would like jump up and scream. It's like, oh, and it's so cute. It's so cute. What bit am I voice acting after the stream? I don't know. I don't know till I get in most of the time. I can make posters and sign them so you can buy them. Stay tuned is all I'm going to say about that, actually. Genuinely, stay tuned. A couple weeks, maybe. I think. Pretty sure. I think this is an Ian Pants piece. Let me see if I can find a good spot for this. You're currently obsessed with Aphmau and Pierce is your favorite. Yeah. You're super cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Found someone who can make Aphmau like a ghost. Why a demon? Why races? There's a lot going on there. But I do not know about extended lore about minor demons, if that's what you're asking about. Because I didn't really get much beyond what was in the strips. We didn't really get like an advanced Bible of various infos about the Deimos world. But yeah. It's a pile above Aaron's head is Ian's last earpiece. It might be. You're right. I saw it up there and I was like, nah, I think that's Aphmau's hair. I don't know, maybe. No, you're right. It was 100% that. Thank you. Yeah, look at that. We're still missing one tiny piece of his hair over here, but largely it is done. Is a Minecraft wrap-up or a Roblox video? I've been out of Roblox videos for a little bit, and I will continue to be out of Roblox videos for a little bit. But Minecraft, yeah, it'll be Minecraft. Yeah, coming in. Let's see here. Which one of the Aphmau characters is the smartest? Aaron. He just doesn't want to admit it. If 3 of the Deimos died from minor demons, who would be? They would it would either be none of them or all of them. They're in or out. Just an ad, sorry. This book used by Lady Grandma on the test to make the potion change dimension of planet Earth because it's because she does magics, maybe. Do you play and voice at the same time? Yes, I do, and yes, it is hard. But I've been doing it for 6 years now. And so it has become instinctual, second nature. That was actually funny, too, at the convention. I had, for doing our Minecraft challenges, I had, 2 computers running Java Minecraft with a keyboard and mouse. And the number of kids who don't know how to use a mouse and keyboard, why would they? They use tablets. They don't need to use keyboards and mice. They, you could see the level of frustration as they tried to make both or make one or the other work at different times. They would move their character with the WASD keys, and then they would take that hand off the keyboard and go over to the mouse with their left hand so they could then move the camera and then just and rinse and repeat and go back and forth. And it's like, oh buddy. Why isn't Aaron play Roblox? Busy. That's literally it. He's just a very busy man. Why am I not showing in Aphmau videos? It's one of those things where, how videos are set up just happen to have different casts. I'm helping with a video today. I don't know if Pierce is in it or not. Sometimes I do help with videos that Pierce is not in. But I won't know till I get into recording and see what's going on. But ultimately, it's about who's most useful and who would be, yeah, who would be a proper fit for the subject matter that's being done? You know what I mean? Like Pierce, I love the lad to death. He's one of my favorite characters that I've ever done. But he is a bit of a goofball, and sometimes the videos do not necessarily call for those goofs. And as an actor, especially, I think it's very important to recognize when your use case is best and when your character would take a back seat in favor of other characters to tell different stories. That's just how these things work. Am I going to be in Aphmau's next video? I don't know. I honestly do not know. Maybe behind the scenes of the voice actors? Can do. Unfortunately, unless Aphmau were to give us very specific permission to do so, it is, whenever we're recording with her, it is, proprietary, private. Do not disturb kind of stuff. But it would be, if she wanted us to do it, we absolutely could. But as of the time being, we have not received direction to do so. This isn't like, to be clear, this is not like a, she's so mean, she doesn't let us do nothing and nothing. It is like business. It is business. And when you are doing business with somebody and you're getting paid to do business with somebody, you respect the rules of that somebody as you're doing that business. That's just how the world works, friends. And if you don't like it, there are other jobs out there to do. Is Aphmau a kids channel for life? First off, no. I mean, it's a family channel. All ages could watch Aphmau stuff, in theory, right? Does a majority of the viewers end up being a little younger versus a way older? Sure. But even the role plays, I guarantee you, aren't being watched by a ton of, 50-year-olds. Maybe we might have some 50-year-old fans, but I'm going to tell you right now, most likely they are parents or grandparents of younger ones who genuinely enjoy watching this stuff, right? How old you got to be to watch Minor Demons? I probably wouldn't recommend it for anyone under the age of 15 or 14, maybe. Anyone under the age of 14 would probably be like, a lot of the jokes would go over your head, and it'd just be like, eh. Because there's a lot of innuendo in Minor Demons, an amount certainly to a point that if you went back and watched it and all you knew was the old stuff, would be, or the newer stuff would be very surprising. Don't tell us you're old, by the way. Yeah, true. Minor Demons is the very first thing you watch for Aphmau, and you're my favorite. Well, thank you. I also, friends, please don't share information about yourself, especially if you're under the age of 18. No one should, but especially people under the age of 18 should not, because for one, if you are under the age of 13, don't tell us how old you are, but if you're under the age of 13 and you have a YouTube account, that's actually against terms of service on YouTube, and us having knowledge of that would mean that we would have to ban you not only from this channel, but from YouTube in general. You'd still be able to watch videos, but you wouldn't be able to interact with anyone anymore, because that is against laws detailed in COPPA. So, yeah. Just another good reason to not share that information, please, friends. Have you watched the Minecraft movie? I have, and I enjoyed it a lot. What was my favorite person on Aphmau's crew? Me. That sounds selfish, but the real answer is I like a lot of the people on the Aphmau stuff, and I'd rather not pick favorites if I can help it. Sorry if that's a boring answer. Chris can't scream, yeah. I have no help for that, Aphmau fan. Sorry. How would you interact with your friend you talk to? Can only talk that's in Australia. Carefully and at certain times. What's my favorite Pierce that I've played? I think everyday Goofy Pierce is my favorite personally. Mostly because that's the one I've had the most input on. Like, a vast majority of like SMP Pierce was built off of just goofs that I did extended over several years, which means that like he has the most DNA from my own like personal like comedic timing and enjoyment and stuff like that. Not to say I don't like other iterations of Pierce. It's just that's the one that I've had the most input for. If that makes sense. Look at that. I finally found the rest of this. That means I have, I think, pretty much the whole arc of the bottom of this puzzle working its way up, which is pretty cool. Who's my favorite character in Aphmau? Pierce. Aren't there only two? There's kind of a third one developing as of late, which is like Serious Pierce. If you've seen him in a couple videos here and there, he's like regular modern day Pierce, but he has the eyes of a man who's seen too much and has been worn down by life. He almost always immediately gets killed off in videos when he's in there. But we did like a vampire video relatively recently, where he hung around for actually quite a bit. And yeah, that was fun. That was kind of fun. I almost threw I tried to throw a little bit of like a Tim Curry-esque derangement about him that I did enjoy doing quite a bit. What is this all white with a little bit of gray on it? I was so certain that it was possibly like Ian's shirt here, but I don't really know where it could go. Just the lightest bit of blue-green on the bottom. Where could this possibly go? Oh, I think I know what it is. It is the back of Aaron's head over here relative to a cloud. That's what it is. There's like a really bright, fuzzy cloud over here. And I think that's where that goes. It's Minor Demons Pierce, Normal Pierce mixed. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's like a little hybrid version of him. What was my first day playing Minecraft with Aphmau? It was pretty wild. I had this music is a jazz rendition of Pokemon. Actually, this is what Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. It's called Cinovation by a friend of the channel, Insane in the Rain Music. I'm trying to think the first time I actually got to play Minecraft with the Aphmau crew. I did some of those like mini game like in-betweeners as Minor Demons was wrapping up. And it was surreal, you know. I never had done anything like obviously I had played Minecraft before. You know, I was a nerd growing up, and so when Minecraft came out in like 2009, 2010, I did play quite a bit of it. But the you know, filming Aphmau stuff and filming like, you know, whether it be role plays or gameplay videos or anything like that, it is different from playing with your friends normally. I will say that much. And it was a real surprise to be allowed into that space and to see how it all works in the behind the scenes. And it was very fun. And I was hoping I could do more. And then I did so much more, it became my job. Was Minor Demons the first thing I did with Aphmau? Yes, correct. A Draw My Life video? I don't know what that is. Pierce passed in Minor Demons. What do you think happened? You mean for General Pierce? Like what happened to him? I'm sure he was a murderous general who has slowly had the world weigh upon him for the damage he's had to do to others in order to maintain the stranglehold of Deimos. But it was never really him to start with, you know. That was not really He was sworn to kill kind of energy, but he was never meant to kill. Is what I have, at least in my headcanon, for General Pierce. But I think also there's a certain element of like, we're just not meant to know, right? We're not meant to have that information because it is more about, I think sometimes it is more interesting to simply, I think it is more interesting for you to try and imagine what happened in his past, more so than try to just simply explain it out there, right? Do I prefer coffee or tea or both? I like tea. Drew their lives on whiteboards. I do not remember that, no. I do not remember that at all. They've appeared in the newer videos. Do you think modern Pierce have a crush on her? I don't know. I talked about this before, but Pierce, to me, doesn't have like a romantic bone in his body for the most part. That isn't just like connected to some other like means to an end, I guess. Would it awaken something within him? That could be a funny bit where like Minor Demons Pierce like awakens like a Manchurian candidate when Ava shows up and it's just like a whole new business there. That could be funny. But I don't think it would necessarily change him too much otherwise. Do you actually like sheep in real life? I'm fair to middling on sheep. I think they are fluffy and cute. I don't really need them in my life though, compared to Pierce. If that makes sense. Well, is Pierce's power, Minor Demons? Strong. Strong big sword. I don't even know if he had like actually any Deimos magic to speak of. I think he just had strong big sword. And that was fine. He didn't need more than that. I'm running out of the easy pieces here, friends. I was really hoping I could keep that flow going, but I don't think there's much more to it, unfortunately. So I may actually have to start focusing on how to finish this thing up. Here we go. Now I've officially created the entire bottom row of that, which I am excited about. This looks like a little footsie. It could be... I see the slightest inkling of like the stripes on Aphmau's socks, but I can't necessarily see where it continues. I think this goes over here, actually. Connects to the lunchbox over there. Wow! Wow! Do you need the power being 7 foot 1 inch? Yeah, that's how it worked. I always thought it was funny if you go back and watch Minor Demons. They made his model so tall that he has to bend down and crouch anytime he goes through a doorway, which I think is I think that's a fun continuing bit to do. He's a real big fella, I tell you what. Can I say yes, but deep? Yes, but deep. Crispy has chicken. Is it chicken? Yeah, I believe you're 83 minutes late. I will have to go soon. Yeah, I've got about another 5 minutes here, and then I gotta split because I gotta go get to my recording. But thank you all for hanging out with us here. We'll do more of these puzzle build streams, Q&A things in the future. If you could be so kind, though, as we're starting to wrap up, and hit that follow button. No, that subscribe button. We're on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, please, because we're posting stuff all over the place on this tier channel. And I want to put more stuff out, especially as the Minecraft movie's hitting. I definitely want to put some like reaction stuff out there because I think that'd be fun. Oh, excuse me. And then hit that like button on this live stream, so YouTube knows that my live streams are good and that more people should watch them, especially Aphmau fans, because you guys are pretty neat, and I would like to see you here again. The next time I'm gonna be live on the YouTube channel, there's no guarantee. So how my schedule works is that I stream pretty much every night over my Twitch channel. This week being an exception, where it's going to be kind of a weird and wild couple of days as I'm getting other things done. But I think I see this. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I won't stream over here. It just means that I won't know the next time I'm going to stream here until later. Is just how my life works, unfortunately, friends. Sorry about that. If I did know in advance, I would tell you, but I do not, so I cannot. Oh, this is the bottom of Casey's hand. There we go. I was looking on that. I thought it was like a weird crinkly edge of the picnic blanket, but and so I've been staring at it for a while, and only now did it just recognize that that's exactly what that really was. Which is great. We're moving along on this, guys. More like Shadow gets, the more chances minor to even season 2 will happen. There you go. Joe and Aphmau's going to post. I don't think today. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. But I don't think she posts on Mondays necessarily. It is Monday, right? At least here in the States it is. Can you tell Pierce you said hi back? Sure. Hi. Say hi, Pierce. Thanks. I love the low-quality Gundam-style spinning rad video. It's pretty good. Like, you guys probably have a better idea of when she's posting videos and when she's not these days, right? I don't pay attention to her releasing schedule. I just work on recording them in the first place. But yeah, it just whenever she usually posts them, that's when they're gonna happen. There's no like grand mystery. Just gonna keep getting these pieces in here. I got another piece of the picnic. If I could get the picnic blanket really cooking here, I'd feel a lot better about my progress, because it would mean that I would know where I can start on the cookie pile next time. That'd be pretty sweet. Get it? Cookies. Do you believe Ash will change his personality in Minor Demons? Eventually. Usually, I mean, people grow. Not on the AF Crew SMP, because we have to put out 1,000 videos for 3 years. But in like a serialized series like that, yeah, absolutely. I think Ash will grow as a human being, or as a Deimos, I guess, in that case. That's just how we as humans do that, right? We're never the same people forever. We shouldn't be. The world changes around us, and we need to adapt to those changes and learn how to be better people along the way. If you find yourself never changing anything about yourself, that's a good way to make sure that you never grow. And that's no good. And I think Ash is just as capable of growth as any of you are. Who's Kalis? I don't know. Where'd you get it? Oh, yeah, no, I don't know. If you survive Minecraft, do you think I would live? No. No. Regular videos are normally every day. Yeah, that sounds about right. Nika plays Roblox. Yeah, when there's a movie coming out, it usually means that she's then gonna, like, think about it too, just from the perspective of like when you think maybe fans will be watching videos the most. Weekends are, especially during the school year, are like obviously the time that kids have the most time to watch, right? Kids, teens, anyone in school, all the way up to college. And so that's the days that are prioritized the most. And then during the week, it really comes down to when are people going to have a chance to watch. So, yeah. All right, friends, I think that we are out of time for today. I would love to stream with you more, but I've got some work to go do. So I'm gonna go take my leave here. But thank you so much for chilling with us, friends. And I hope to see you again soon. If I had to guess, I'll probably find another time to do another one of these this week, but I don't know for certain. However, I stream way more over on my Twitch channel if you want to give that a follow, I do less Aphmau stuff over there, if that makes sense. Sure. Yeah, I do significantly less Aphmau stuff over there. I do a lot more like video games and stuff, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it. But over here, Aphmau City, because you guys do YouTube stuff, so I think that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, right. Yeah. You know what? I could do that real quick. Bento, come here. Bento, come. Bento. There comes the boy. Yeah, I did say I'd bring Bento on stream. I'll come over here 1 second. There he is. Here's my dog, by the way. His name is Bento. He's a mini Australian Shepherd who I guess was probably sleeping on the couch and is now very confused as to why I called him up. But there's the boy. I mean, are you going to go record a video or not? If you're not getting a video, then... So, this is an important step of the process here, friends. Videos that are recorded today are not coming out today. It takes usually a couple of days at least to make an Aphmau caliber video. It's doubly so for the movies. And so when we record them, they then get handed off to people to edit them so that they are made good, so that when they come out, they're extra good. So, yeah. If I'm recording today, it's probably for maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday's video, if I had to guess. Just to be clear. I tell people that because I think it's important to note, if you ever wanted to start your own YouTube stuff, that it takes work. and people should know that, so that way they're not like, why can't I just immediately have a video done? Why is this hard? Because it is. It is hard, so yeah. All right, that's what we'll call it, friends. Like I said, I'll do another stream coming up here this week, probably. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Bento's just laying on my lap now. Oh.